For step 1, you need to download Pinode. The link will be in the description. I just go Windows. Mine's already installed, but you'll just save it and run the executable. The next step is to install Docker Desktop. To run Docker Desktop, you need to have virtualization enabled. You can find this in your BIOS settings when starting your computer. If your computer or laptop doesn't have virtualization, you won't be able to mine Pinode. After accessing Pinode, I'll show you the tech setup. You must have the Pinode turned off to check the ports. 1 second while it connects to Docker. It will automatically do this when you install and run Docker. Now, I have to check to see if my ports are open, which I've port forwarded earlier. As you can see, all my ports are open. I then must exit back to Pinode and flick it back on. Your Pinode will now be operating. I'll quickly just talk about the issues I had doing this install. My first issue was with Docker Desktop. It was giving me an error. The error was caused by lack of having virtualization enabled, which I fixed by going into my BIOS. My other issue was opening the ports. You don't need the ports, but they give you a higher mining rate. I'll quickly just show you my port forwarding setup. It will be different for your router, but you can find other videos online on how to port forward. I also called my ISP to try to get them to open the ports, as I wasn't sure if it was on their end or my end. When I solved the problem, it was I entered the virtual servers rather than the port triggering, and that's when it allowed it for me.